All right, you guys, welcome back to Mrs. Carter doing your homework. I'm really excited to be back. We, as you know, talked about in class that we're starting a brand new unit on speech and debate. So tonight's homework is all about public speaking and how it can help you, or more importantly, learning the definition of public speaking and how to be effective and all the ways to have more confidence in public speaking and how that can help you in all areas of life, actually. So let's get right to it. Remember, with the new style that we're doing, we talked about in class, hopefully you found a spiral and you can take notes as we go in that spiral. And I think this is going to be better because you will always have access to this spiral and these notes, which is really the way that it should be. You shouldn't be relying on me to grade and pass back all of your notes. So this way I'll check these notes in class, and then you're going to submit digitally the summary and the question, and that will make everything easier, I think, for everybody. So again, as you see the pencil, you're going to be doing what you normally do and take down those notes. And again, remember with notes that rule of 5 still stands. You can speak or write in caveman talk, and as long as it makes sense to you and you're getting the most important pieces of information, stuff that you can go back later and rely on to reteach you, that's all that's really needed. So anytime you see that pencil, take down those notes in that spiral, and then remember that at the end you're going to submit your summary and question in the digital whisk that's at the bottom of this tutorial. All right, so back to it. What is public speaking? Well, basically it's the process of speaking to an audience in a structured manner to inform or instruct or entertain listeners. So in this instance, we're learning all about public speaking, but more in generalities of persuasive public speaking and in the form of what's called a public forum debate. So why do we do public speaking? Well, there's a lot of different ways that we communicate with others for different reasons, whether that's share ideas, learn about the world, develop self-confidence, make friends, participate in important decisions at school or in your community at home, or maybe even to teach others. As a teacher myself, I pretty much am giving a public speech every single class period. And I have to tell you, when I had to take Speech 101 in college, which is a required course for everyone, I did not do so hot. Trust me, I know that it's hard to speak in front of your peers, but the more you do it and the more you practice, the better you become at it, and it's not so scary anymore. So as you practice and increase your speaking and listening skills, you'll be able to pay closer attention to those details. They won't skip by you. You're going to be able to improve your class participation and get better grades, because those of you that can listen, take notes quickly, ask questions, and fully participate and be present in the moment, you're going to do better no matter what you do. You're going to be able to present your opinions in a convincing manner so that you can cooperate with others and be able to, I think, just better in general cooperate with people so that it doesn't resort to anger or resentment or being frustrated. And then also you can resolve conflicts without using name calling, gossiping, or violence, because you can clearly communicate your thoughts and ideas. So good communication skills, like I said, they're going to help you in a lot of areas in life: school, work, relationships with family and friends, and it's going to allow you to deal with challenges in a better way. How many of you have ever been in an argument or something with someone and you've walked away and like a little bit later have thought, oh, I wish I would have said that? The more you practice public speaking, the more you practice being persuasive and communicating with others, the less likely you're going to have those moments pop up in life where you'll walk away and say, I wish I would have said that. So this is a good thing in the end. And I know most of us are terrified of public speaking, but I always think of it as like me and my fear of the dentist. The more I avoid going to the dentist, the more likely I am to have cavities and have to have like major work done. But the more I go on a regular basis and get my teeth cleaned and get checkups and all that kind of thing, the less likely I am to go in and have a root canal, for example. Speeches are the same thing. The more you avoid them and don't practice and don't do them, the more they make you nervous, and the less likely you are to do it or to go. Like I hate going to the dentist. But the more you practice speeches, the easier they become and the less fearful you are with them. So I'm going to show you a video here about high school students that participated in their high school speech and debate team, and basically what participating in that speech and debate team was able to do for them. So in your notes, what I would like for you to do is, while we're watching the video, write down 3 things that you think public speaking and doing debates like this might work well for you or help you in the future. What do you get from this video that shows you how public speaking can really only benefit you?
In high school, I would not be at the University of Wisconsin.
If I was on the debate team in high school, I don't think I would be attending Northwestern University with a full scholarship.
If I wasn't on the debate team in high school, I wouldn't be receiving a full ride right now in college.
Many of the students that we've encountered in this program probably never thought they would go to college. They develop research skills. They develop confidence. They develop the way to stand up for themselves and to formulate their ideas and be persuasive. And those are life skills. You take those with you no matter where you go in your life.
I never had people come up to me and tell me that I was good at something or that I had potential to be great at something. After my first year of debate, I was like, wow, I'm actually doing good, and they like me here, and they're encouraging me to do better.
You learn just to think on your feet. You learn teamworking skills. You just learn so many other skills that you wouldn't otherwise learn just in a standard classroom.
You're someone advocating for government policy or against government policy. You're someone who is now civically engaged in the current events that are going around in the world. And all of a sudden you just feel just so much more engaged in what's going on.
Debating is preparation for success in college and then more broadly for professional life. And that's the experience that students in urban public schools are not provided nearly as much as they should be. And debate helps level that playing field.
It just really has taught me to look beyond myself and have more confidence in my abilities and what I could do in my future.
Debate sort of gave me the perspective that there's something more out there. I was like on level with these students who were going to the top schools in the country.
I'm a former high school debater from Lane Tech, and now I'm a corporate communicator at Allstate Investments. I think it's definitely a catalyst to doing really well in college and in life.
We started realizing that just because we were inner city schools did not mean we couldn't achieve them. We just started winning more and more titles. We started getting further in state and started getting more wins against the big suburban schools. We had the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C. and to have a meeting with President Obama. It was a result of us winning the national championships. It just felt amazing.
Corporations and law firms that have invested in the Chicago Debate League are having an extremely dramatic impact on the lives of students who are talented and deserving but do not have the opportunities that other students have. When corporations and law firms invest in the Chicago Debate League, they change the lives of thousands of children.
The money that corporations gave allowed me to dream big and to look at the outside world and say, well, that's what I want.
It's such a profound thing that certain corporate interests can affect the debate experience of high school students and help them have a better life.
It's honestly overwhelming to me that in times of economic crisis, there are still corporations, there are still people with so much good in their hearts. To know how much of a difference that makes in the younger adults' lives.
We're trying to be a Pied Piper. We want other people to follow us because they see the value in this program. That's what we want the other corporations to glean from this, that this is undoubtedly a worthy cause.
Okay, so hopefully from that you're able to see all the different things that debate can do for you, all the different skills needed to be good at debates and what it can show you for the future. So hopefully you wrote down 3 things from the video that you noticed that you were able to maybe learn from this unit. So as far as debate and public speaking is concerned, it's not just about having a great idea and it's not about entertaining the crowd, although that that is helpful, but that's not the end all be all. The best speakers do a good job of blending the arguments with clear and confident delivery. The more confident you are, the more likely the audience is to sit up in their seats, and really pay attention and listen to you. And really, I want to say that the biggest piece of confidence is practice. Knowing what you're going to be talking about, practicing going through, knowing how long it's going to take you, knowing when to pause and let the other debate team speak. All of those pieces come with confidence and with practice, more importantly, the practice piece. So good speakers are both entertaining as well as informative. People like MLK, JFK, Winston Churchill, those three people specifically are some of the best known public speakers of all time. Of course, there's a few more on this list, but they all kind of adapt their speaking techniques to enhance their natural abilities. Obviously, Jerry Seinfeld and Dave Chappelle are comedians, so they adapt the way that they're speaking to enhance some of their natural comedic instances, like giving jokes and whatnot. I tend to be a person that teaches through anecdotes, through telling stories. So I kind of adapt the way that I teach or inform or give a public speech by including stories that help you hold your interest. I'm going to go ahead and skip over that just to in an essence to keep this video a little bit shorter, but I'll go ahead and include both videos on this tutorial. So if you want to go back and watch them again, because that seemed kind of choppy, that last video, if you want to watch them again, I'll include them in the tutorial. So good speakers use a lot of different types of effective speaking techniques. First of all, think of it as you're writing your speeches, think about writing an essay. It needs to be organized. Your arguments need to be sound and logical. You should be careful of your use of words. Really try to focus on being persuasive and using academic vocabulary. That's just going to elevate your speech, no matter what you're actually speaking about. You need to be simple and direct. Remember that you are talking to an audience. They don't have your essay or a text in front of them. All they're doing is hearing you. And you know that old saying, in one ear and out the other. Well, we have that saying because when someone's just speaking at you, it's hard to remember the information. So being simple and direct, as well as repetitive, can be extremely helpful in these situations. Now, I think, most of the time when teachers have you write an essay, they tell you not to be repetitive, or that can be a mark against you. That's not the same case in speeches. Being repetitive, having some sort of slogan, is extremely helpful in speeches because it allows the audience just to remember what you're talking about. Having powerful images, whether that's through telling a story, an anecdote of some sort, or using creative, powerful words, is also very helpful because, again, you are listening as an audience member. You're just listening to what they're saying. So the more powerful you are in your delivery, the less monotone you are. This last bullet point says interesting vocal delivery. I mean, if I did all of these videos for you and talked only like this, none of you would watch them. You'd go home, you'd fall asleep at your computer, and you'd never watch it again. So you have to think the same way when you're giving a speech, because essentially giving a lecture or doing one of these homework videos is the same thing. I have to change my vocal delivery to keep you interested. As soon as I go monotone and boring, none of you are going to be paying attention. Okay, so again, effective speakers know their topic. They practice. I cannot tell you enough. The more you practice, the better it will be. You are able to identify your strengths and weaknesses. So if you know that you're a person that really struggles with making eye contact, well, instead focus just slightly above the tops of your audience's head. So it looks like you're looking at them, but in reality, you're not making eye contact. You're focusing over the top of their heads. But that makes it look to the audience that you're paying attention to them instead of just staring down at your notes, which is a big no-no. You also need to develop these skills to overcome nervousness and speech anxiety. So again, practice makes perfect. It's going to help in your confidence, and it's going to help you get over your speech anxieties. Okay, we're finished. I kept it down under 15 minutes, just barely, because I cut out that second video. So don't forget to bring your notes to class tomorrow so I can check them. And don't forget to go down to the bottom of this tutorial and fill in the digital whisk and submit it before you're completely done for tonight. Okay, I will see you in class tomorrow. So good to be back.